I thought it was a real good bounce back game from the way we lost against LaSalle with the buzzer beater. I thought our guys responded, and then they responded again. We got up. I thought we played a really good, last 8 minutes, 10 minutes of the first half, especially defensively. And then we came out and didn't play very well and give Richmond credit, and they go on a 15-1 run and take the lead. But then our guys, showed some character and answered. Basketball is a game of runs, and you got to be able to handle those runs, and then you got to be able to answer. And I thought we did that. I thought our identity was back. Defending and rebounding and taking care of the basketball. When you do those three things, you have a chance to win in every game. The last 4 games, if we scored 63 points, we would have lost by double digits. That's why this game, especially our team, it's about defense. When you defend, offense, and take care of the basketball, you can win when you score 63 points. So it's all about defense and that identity, that toughness. And I thought that we showed that tonight, and we showed some mental toughness too when they took the lead. We fought back and we made the plays. I thought Jonah, especially in the first half, made some big shots for us. I thought Xander came in and gave us a big lift, not just offensively but defensively. I thought Dwayne gave us a lift too. Those role guys that don't play a ton, they're extremely important. In small parts of the game. A few minutes. And it's not always points, but it's doing those little things. And I thought those two guys did that, and Xander got the belt because of how he played and the energy that he brought to our team. So it was a good victory.
Yeah. Before the game, you spoke about wanting to bring down the shooting percentages of these other teams that you've seen the last 2 games. Mm-hmm. Richmond shot well in the first part of the first half. Then you mentioned you went on that 8-minute stretch towards the end of the second half where they did struggle to find a bucket. You feel accomplished in completing that task? Yeah, you look at
the field goal percentage. You want to keep it under 40. 3-point field goal percentage. You want to keep it under 30, and we did that. We want to keep our turnovers below 10. And we did that as well. So, it's like the trifecta. But when you defend and and they hit some shots, and everybody's going to hit some shots. The Atlantic 10 has really good players. But I thought we did a good job of switching. We have a thing, talk, touch, and take, and we didn't get slipped too many times. And didn't get you lose to Richmond not by the 3, but by backdoors, by the easy baskets. And I thought we did a really good job. I think they might have got us twice. All game, and that's a credit to our guys and the discipline that they had. That's in order to beat these guys, you got to be really disciplined. You got to play for 30 seconds for 40 minutes. You can't relax. As soon as you relax, they get you. So I give our guys credit.
Mark, when they came out on that run in the second half, was it going through your mind, wait a minute, this is where I've been the last 2 games?
No, as a coach, you don't think that way. No, you're thinking about the next play and how to get your team back and getting a basket and getting the momentum back. You never think, as a coach, you never think negative, like, oh my God, here we go again. That just never enters my mind. It just, your job is to try to get the guys back, being positive and playing the way we're capable of playing, and understanding that it's a game of runs. And in this league, you got to answer those, and we did that.
You feel like you have to play a defensive-oriented game to be at your best, and you kind of see that.
That's how it always is. That's how we've always won. We haven't been a great offensive team. We're never in the top 30 in the country in scoring. It's about defending and rebounding and taking care of the basketball. And if we do that, and then there's games where LaSalle we scored 82 points. There's games where things mesh and the offense is going well, but you can't rely on that. You got to rely. Your staple is your defense and your rebounding, and we have we got back to that tonight.
Early on in the game, I felt like you were kind of reacting to the slower start for your offense. You mentioned how big Jonah's, 3 straight 3-pointers were for you guys. I wanted to see what you thought from that those early offensive possessions and how much those really just.
You always want to get off to a good start. I don't think we really get off to a great start. But I thought, Jonas, when you're struggling, you need to make some shots. It's defense and rebound can only go so far. You're not going to win. If you don't score, the ball's got to go in the basket. At some time. But when you're not scoring and you're not defending, then you don't have any chance. So that's why defense and rebounding are so critical. And we have 22 points in the paint. Plus 10 there, plus 7 on turnovers. And plus 10 on fast break points. And that's one of the reasons for that is because we took care of the basketball.
And Jonah, what were you seeing on the court that was it just windows of opportunity? You've shot a lot of those transition threes. I just want to see what you saw on the court that was effective tonight.
Yeah, I would say this game we definitely got the ball into the post a lot more. And Noel is a force down there, so whenever we got it down there, they had to double, and that just put him in rotations and bad situations. And then we ran a lot of 5 out, got the ball moving a lot more. I think the past few games it's been a little bit stagnant, and that was our emphasis for practices throughout the week, just trying to get the ball moving, getting more touches, and having the defense to move and shift, and then, ultimately that gets us open shots.
A number of games now in the starting lineup for you with Desante out, yeah. How comfortable are you getting in this role, and how much more confidence is this building within you?
I think I'm gaining confidence throughout each game. As you get more experience, you kind of know what to expect and approach the game with a different attitude than if you're coming off the bench. So I think I'm acclimating.
Jonah, how much was defense and rebounding stressed in practice and so forth leading up to this game?
It was like one of the main things we worked on. We played a lot of defense throughout the week, a lot of shell, a lot of different drills like that. Just trying to get back to our old ways. We had been scoring a lot of points, but then our defense fell off. So and that obviously wasn't cutting it. So defense and rebounding, like ultimately that's why we won this game. So that's a big point, and that's what we're going to try to continue and keep doing going forward.
Coach, 0 fast break points for Richmond.
Yeah.
What did you see from your transition defense?
Yeah, well, as I said, when you turn it over only 6 times, you get your defense back and set. And I thought, offensively we weren't perfect, but they didn't get any I thought our floor balance was good. Where they didn't get any numbers. So and when we scored, we picked up and try to put pressure on them. It's when you can keep a team into the half court where they don't get numbers, you have a better chance of guarding. Just analytics say that, and I'm not a big analytics guy, but if teams are getting 3-on-2, 2-on-1, it's easy to score. When it's 5-on-5, it makes it that much more difficult.
What impresses you the most about Chance Moore and his ability to rebound?
He can, when Chance is engaged, he's as good an athlete as I've coached here at Bonaventure. He just has to be engaged all the time. And when he's going to the offensive glass, when he's taking the ball to the basket, that's when he's at his best, when he's playing to his strengths. Sometimes, he floats. Sometimes, he settles. When he's attacking, he's a really, really good player. And it's a mindset. And he needs to have that mindset like he had, last 2 or 3 minutes of that game, he went after rebounds. And he's really the only guy on our team that can really go get it. And we need him to do that. We need him to have, as I told him after the LaSalle game, we need him to have double-doubles every night. Now, he's close, 15-9. But we need him to be like that. And if he is, we're a better team.
And Jonah, coming out of the gate on fire, what's going through your head in the opening minutes of the game?
Just trying to find the right shot, whether that's me or someone else. But just like I said before, our emphasis was getting the ball in the post. And the ball is eventually going to find its way to the right hands and whoever's open. And so and my mindset was just get it into the post and just move off of that and just see what happens. And just kind of just read and react.